Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We have a three-team trade, the Pirates, the Astros, and the Rays. Let's break it down. The Rays finally gave away Brandon Lowe in his last year control. He goes to the Pirates along with Jake Magnum and left-handed pitcher Mason Montgomery. The Astros, they get Mike Burrows from the Pittsburgh Pirates. We'll touch on that. And lastly, the Rays received the number two prospect in the Astros system, Jacob Melton, as well as the number seven, Anderson Brito. Blake, where do we start? I guess it's got to be Brandon Lau, right? The big name.
Yeah.
Brandon Lau,
Yeah.
or
Go ahead.
Brandon Lau, left-handed hitting bat, 31 homers. The Pirates are looking for offense. He should rake in that ballpark. I think we'll continue with Brandon Lau here, but Magnum, even though he's not a guy that is going to hit the ball at the ballpark, at least so far in his career, I also like that addition as well. But what are you thinking about Brandon Lau out of the AL East and going to Pittsburgh?
As a Jays fan, I am ecstatic this guy is out of the AL East because he is a Blue Jays killer. I think all other four teams in the AL East would agree. They're happy to see Brandon Lowe go, but this is a great move for Pittsburgh. Obviously, he's only got the 1 year left, but Pittsburgh talked about adding. They offered Kyle Schwarber supposedly a 4 year contract. So they're trying to get better, which is what you want to see if you're a Pirates fan. This guy rakes, dude. He's hit 30 plus homers twice. He just had his most productive season since 2021, where he had 39 homers. He had 97 RBI, but this year, 30 homers, 31 homers, like you said, 83 RBI. He's gonna fit in great in this lineup. And last year they went out and got Spencer Horwitz. This year they had Lau. You still got a guy like Reynolds there. O'Neal Cruz hits the ball hard. There is some pieces here. Obviously, you want to maximize the years you have with that pitching with Paul Skeens, but yeah, this guy's gonna be a really good fit. I agree.
Yeah, my biggest thing with Brandon Lau is health,
Yeah.
right? He's been unhealthy for the most part of his career. So I'll be interested to see if they're leaving the DH open or they go and trade or sign somebody to fill that. Um, in my opinion, I would think that Reynolds would need a DH some days and Lau DH some days. So if they are going to add another position player, it's going to have to be somebody that is durable, right?
Yeah.
Only a 1 year deal. Do you think that what they gave up in Mike Burrows was worth getting 1 year of Brandon Lau if you're a Pirates fan?
It's the kind of swings you have to take because you aren't really attracting free agents to go there, right? So you got to get kind of creative here and, bring in guys and create a culture where you want guys to stay. Obviously, winning helps. Winning changes a lot of things. You bring guys like this in who have been on winning teams, right? This Brandon Lau's been to a World Series. He's played in the playoffs. Adding guys like that to some younger players can maybe help elevate their games. Yeah, it never hurts to add a guy like Brandon Lowe if you're the Pittsburgh Pirates.
This won't happen, and hopefully it does, Pirates fans. I would love Bo Bichette on this team for the long haul. Only
Yeah.
28, can slide into short. Gonzalez is fine, but he's not Bo Bichette. And you get some offense, and you can kind of, like you said, start to build some culture there. But let's move on to the Houston Astros. They're getting 6 years of Mike Burrows, who was really good last year. 19 starts, 3.94 ERA, 97 strikeouts in 96 innings. He did walk 31, so I have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
But 6 years of team control for two of their top 10 prospects, Blake.
Yeah.
I mean, the Astro system isn't as strong as it once was, but do you think Mike Burrows fits the bill? I know it's a team control, but giving up two of your top eight prospects for Mike Burrows, it's a steep price.
Well, then, obviously the Astros are very good at identifying pitching. Like when they traded for Yusei Kikuchi from the Jays, they identified Kikuchi. They obviously gave up a lot for him, but he was nasty for the Astros. Like they're very good at identifying what they like and going out and getting it. So I think this guy kind of fits what they are after. Obviously, with this rotation, there is a lot of question marks. Lance McCullers has barely been healthy the last few years. Christian Javier was injured a few times over the last couple of years. Obviously, Hunter Brown was one of the best pitchers in baseball last year. So, you had a guy like Mike Burrows, bottom of that rotation, and hopefully that he can grow into a three, maybe a two starter down the line as he progresses. But yeah, I like the no Framber Valdez. That's going to be a big loss if they don't get him back. But for 6 years of control, I think it's money well spent for or I guess assets well spent to get Burrows.
Yeah, and you know what? If there was a team to actually go after Tarek Skubal, I
Mm,
think this is one of those teams you have to throw in there because they have so much offense that
yeah,
they can trade from, which is what Detroit is trying to add on to. So they did it with Justin Verlander. I would not be surprised if Tarek Skubal became a Houston Astro at some point over the next 12 months. I think that the Astros would find a way to pull that off and probably extend him
yep.
because they've done it in the past. But you know, let's bring ourselves down from La La Land, I guess, and focus in on what we have. Yeah, you're right. I mean, Ryan Weiss, we don't know what we're getting. You know, he's coming back from overseas, right? So,
Yeah,
um, yeah, this is the weakest this rotation has looked in quite some time.
yeah,
Kind of started last year. Now they lose Framber, at least on paper, and we'll see. We'll see if Hunter Brown continues to be the guy he was last year. From the Rays standpoint, continue to add, right? They swung a trade earlier in the day, um, sending Shane Baz to the Orioles. They gained 7 players today
yeah.
to add to their farm system. So,
Do you think this is
what
like a retool for the Rays? Like, do you think they're going to maybe take a step back and trade maybe a Yandy Diaz and collect more prospects and kind of maybe take a couple years off from being competitive and kind of retool?
I think the Rays are always in a retool. I
True.
don't think that it's ever out of the question. I think they are in the business of acquiring young talent that they don't have to pay. Get them good, flip them for more young talent. Get them good, flip them for more young talent. They went to the World Series in 2020. It was the COVID year.
Yeah.
It's worked. They've got to the playoffs pretty consistently over the past 10 years. So I think they're in the point right now. They have Junior Caminero, who is electric. Obviously, the stuff that happened with Wander Franco, it is what it is. So at this point, just acquire talent. Let the Jays do their winning. Let the Orioles and the Yankees and the Red Sox do what they have to do and go spend, and the Rays will be the Rays, and they'll develop the talent and go fight with what they got.
Yeah. That's very well said.
Alrighty, well, that's gonna do it for this one. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. As always, we appreciate you guys for listening and watching. We'll see you on the next one. Later.